Ladies and gentlemen, welcome this evening. My name is Jeff on behalf of StriveScan. We certainly appreciate you joining us this evening for our Illinois ACAC virtual fair. 6 institutions tonight will be presenting. During the presentation, all attendees' cameras will be turned off and microphones will be muted. You can ask questions through the Q&A box below. The institutions will answer you as best they can during the session. If they do not get to your question, they will follow up afterwards, since they will get a transcript of this. We will begin this evening with the University of Tennessee at Martin.
Sorry, I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties. All right, so hi guys, I am Sarah Conrad. I just recently got married, so my new name is Falstrom. So on the UTM website, that's how you'll find me. But I am the regional admissions counselor for Illinois and then the St. Louis areas. So with University of Tennessee at Martin, we are located in a small town in Martin, Tennessee, which is the northwest part of Tennessee. And so we are part of the University of Tennessee system. So whenever you graduate, you will receive your diploma from the University of Tennessee. We are a very small, close-knit campus with our fall enrollment being about 7,000 and about 1,000 of those being freshmen. We do have small class sizes with about our average class size being 23. With that, our professors always know your name and they always care about you and care about where you're wanting to go and how you're going to get there. Just a couple quick facts about UTMartin. We are the #1 nursing program in the state. We also are a D1 athletics, so we offer scholarships. And so if you're interested in being an athlete at the Division I level, you can always reach out to us. We do offer about 150 clubs and organizations, and this includes things like fraternities, sororities, business clubs, really anything that you want. And that number is always growing because if a student finds a club that they don't want to join, they can create one. You can also read these other ones, but I'm going to keep going just because of time. We have 5 colleges. And so with that, we offer agriculture and applied sciences, business and global affairs, education, health and behavioral sciences, engineering and natural sciences, and then humanities and fine arts. And with that, we have over 100 degree programs. Some of the most unique are meteorology and fashion merchandising. So if you have any questions, you can always look at the website at utm.edu, and then you can always find all the specific degrees and minors that we offer. With our admissions requirements, we do offer we require a 19 ACT and a 3-point GPA, or a 21 ACT and a 2.7 GPA. We do offer ACT super scoring, which means that we will take, if you take the ACT multiple times, we will take the highest score in each category and then make a super score. If you take the SAT, like I know a lot of Illinois schools do, we have an ACT to SAT conversion chart, so don't let that limit you. And I would recommend, if you are used to taking the SAT, just take the SAT again, and we'll go ahead and super score that. With our fall 2021, we do have a test flexible admission. And so if you have a 3.0, you don't need to submit your test scores. But if you have a below a 3.0, we will have to require your test scores. We have a $30 application fee, but we do offer the NACAC fee waiver. So if you go to our website, you can search the NACAC fee waiver and see if you qualify for the waiver, so you don't have to pay the $30. One of the biggest things about our university is that we offer out-of-state scholarships that are actually extremely nice. So with here, you can see that gray line, that is the Voyager out-of-state scholarship. And so that can drop the tuition down to almost the same as an in-state student. And so you only need a 20 ACT score and a 3.0 to receive that scholarship. And then if you go back to the Dean Scholarship, that requires a 22 ACT and a 4.0 GPA, and that can stack with the out-of-state scholarship, which will equal about $7,000. Then if you go on to the orange, that's the Chancellor Scholarship. And so that is our honor scholarship. And so that is, you can have it with a 27 ACT and a 4.0 GPA. And with the Chancellor Scholarship, that also it requires you can go into the University Scholars Program. And so that offers more scholarship. And with the Chancellor, the out-of-state tuition is completely waived. So with the Voyager, there's about $1,000 difference. But if you get the Chancellors, then that's completely waived. And you also have a travel abroad stipend that you can spend the way you see fit. With our housing, we do have a 2-year live-on requirement unless you have a high number of transfer credits. So if you do have multiple transfer credits, you can kind of look into maybe being able to live there, maybe even 1 year. So we do offer resident hall and apartment style. And so resident hall is just your traditional dorm style living. And then with our apartment style, we have phase 1 and phase 2. Housing application always opens on October 1st. So once you are accepted, you then can register for housing. We do offer self-selection. So that means you can pick kind of where you are and what room you want. And then we do offer living learning communities, which is for those majors that are listed. You would then live with those students that also are majoring. So you can study together and you can work on all your homework together. We're offering a preview day on April 10th that is in person, and we also offer in-person campus tours and virtual tours as well. So if you have any other questions, you can reach out to me by contacting me at my email or texting or calling me as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah, and certainly in all sincerity, congratulations on your wedding.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Next up, we have Savannah College of Art and Design.
Perfect, thank you. So we've got some really cool things to show you guys today because, of course, as an art school, everything's got to look good. So again, my name is Devin and I'm with the Savannah College of Art and Design. We are actually the most diverse art and design university in the nation with over 100 different degree programs. Everything from animation to architecture, interior design, industrial design, film, fashion, photography, video game design. We have user experience if you want to create apps. We have the business of beauty and fragrance if you want to do fashion merchandising specifically for beauty, which is a $400 billion industry, by the way. We also have social strategy and management if you wanted to be a social media mogul. So whatever it is that you love to do for fun, chances are it translates into a major and then, of course, into a really amazing career. And we have had students go on to work for just about everybody from Disney, Marvel, Pixar, Universal, to Google, IBM. We actually have a fashion designer at NASA who's helping to make better spacesuits. And we have several graphic designers who work for both the CIA and the CDC. So they take all of the information coming in domestically and abroad and translate it into a visual so that everybody can actually understand what those numbers mean. So you can be an artist with some of the highest level government clearance, which is pretty awesome. And everything that you see here and throughout the rest of the presentation is all student work. And right here in the bottom corner, those are all of our majors. So if anything looks particularly awesome, just know that that can be your work pretty soon. And so again, these are all of our different majors. So you can design shoes and bags with accessory design. You can design cars and yachts in industrial design. We even have themed entertainment where you can design theme parks. At SCAD, you can double major, you can actually triple minor. So it really does become kind of a choose your own adventure book of fun college careers. And of course, all of our majors are very collaborative. We really want you to work with students from different programs so that not only does your work benefit from their contributions, but you get to learn more about what their respective skills are as well. We do have a lot of programs that are nationally and internationally ranked. Our animation program is one of the best in the country and arguably in the world. We have 2D, 3D, stop motion animation. We have voice acting classes. We have motion capture devices so you can be your character. We're actually the third largest provider of animators to Pixar, and students regularly go to Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, DreamWorks, Laika, Blue Sky, pretty much you name it. We do also have game design, which is, I believe it's close to $180 billion annually as an industry. And we cover everything from tabletop games and board games all the way through to the latest AR and VR gaming. So if anybody is yelling at you for playing games too much, you can just say it's research, because it's a pretty good industry to be a part of. We do also have a lot of programs that you wouldn't associate with an art and design school immediately. Again, something like user experience. Industrial design is the fun side of engineering. So engineers build an engine, industrial designers design the car, motorcycle, yacht that engine goes into. And this piece and the following piece were developed by some of our international students. We are about 25% international students from over 100 countries, and we do have students from all 50 states. And those two pieces were actually water purification systems, because those students came from communities without access to clean running water. So a lot of art and design is creative problem solving. And this is really the most important takeaway from SCAD, is our employment rate. So 99% of our 2019 graduating class was employed, seeking further education or both within 10 months of graduating. And 91% were purely employed in creative fields. So this is not a trick. We did not count somebody who got a job at like Michael's or Panera after they graduated. They really are out there doing amazing things. We actually had an alumni dress Kamala Harris for the inauguration. We have had a graphic designer win a Grammy for designing an album cover. The photographer for Taylor Swift's Lover album was a SCAD grad, as well as Honda's top motorcycle production designer. So there are a lot of really varied and awesome careers that you can find in the arts. We also have a very unique program where companies like these actually hire us to solve a real world problem. So you can have a class and an internship at the same time where you are working for these companies. Like we developed a car with customizable 3D printed parts with BMW. So you can actually have these companies on your resume before graduating. And you can do all this fun stuff on different campuses. Atlanta is, of course, a huge urban environment surrounded by Fortune 500 companies. It's also one of the largest filming locations in the country. And we're about 3 blocks from Cartoon Network. So entertainment arts, head to Atlanta. Lacoste is our study abroad, which is literally a medieval village in the south of France, which is right next to the field of sunflowers where Van Gogh painted. So definitely no lack of inspiration here, especially when we take you to Paris for a week. And Savannah is our largest campus. There are about 70 buildings, most of which are really cool historical buildings, like the animation studio was a coffin factory, which is pretty awesome. With e-learning, you can actually learn from anywhere in the world. We do have pre-college programs where you can earn college credit now while in high school for half tuition. And the application process is rolling admission. It is whenever suits you. It's only about 10 minutes for the initial application. This year it is actually free, and we can send you a promo code for that. And we're a not-for-profit, so we gave out over $100 million in scholarship. So if you do need any help, we are more than happy to look over your work and answer questions. And thank you guys for tuning in today.
Thanks, Devin. Appreciate that. Again, a reminder to all the attendees, you can ask questions of any of the institutions at any time through the Q&A box below. Next up, we have Eastern Kentucky University.
Alrighty, I am just going to share this PowerPoint. Hi, everybody. Good evening. My name is Yami Pina, and I am an admissions counselor at Eastern Kentucky University. All right, so a little overview about our university. We are located in the Bluegrass region in the Appalachian foothills, and we are referred to as Campus Beautiful. Main campus is in Richmond, Kentucky. And then we also have regional campuses in Manchester and Corbin, Kentucky. Our enrollment is about 15,000 students, and we're known as a school of opportunity. About 30% of our students are first in their family to attend college. That is something that we are huge about here at the university. We have over 100 career-focused programs. Our student to faculty ratio is 15:1. So we're very mid-sized to small, depending on your major. And there is more than 75% of graduates that get employed in Kentucky 1 year after graduation, which is the highest percentage among all public institutions in this state. All right, so student life, we have over 200 student organizations to join. That's fraternities, sororities, we have sports. We are Division I. Students do get to attend the games for free. I'm actually working one this Friday and I get to give out free swag. So I'm super excited about that. Then we have our brand new recreation center. It just opened up in 2020. It was brand new. It has over 130 square feet. It has 3 basketball courts. It has an aquatic center with a heated pool. I like to throw that out there. It has a climbing center, and then it also has a game room. So it's an actual video game room. So we actually have a space for you to play in our recreational center. And then we also have recreation programs. We have intramural sports. We have club sports. We have adventure trips. We also have the equipment rental for students as well. We, as a university, just started this program. We are launching it in fall of 2021. I am super excited. We actually partnered up with Barnes & Noble, and we are doing something called the EKU Book Smart. So what that is if you commit to EKU, we commit to giving you your books for free. So for the fall semester, starting fall semester, any student at Eastern Kentucky University will receive free books. So that's really nice. Our admissions process, we are rolling admissions. The application is live and it is 100% free to apply. The admission standards for freshmen for a standard admission is a 2.5 GPA or higher. And then we are our success first admissions is 2.0 to 2.49. And they have to have the minimum of a 2.0 on the 4.0 scale of a GPA to be admitted. We're also test optional. You don't have to submit your ACT, SAT scores to us. The only thing it does is it helps with placement and helps with scholarships. And we did extend our scholarship deadline, till April 1st for merit-based scholarships. So there is still time to get all of your transcripts and scores in if you would like. Now let's talk a little bit about housing, dining, and parking. We do offer free Wi-Fi, cable, and streaming services on campus. We have Chick-fil-A, Subway, Panda Express, Moe's, Steak and Shake, Java City, Starbucks, Einstein's, and a couple others. As freshmen, you are allowed to park on campus. So you can bring your car and the parking pass is, I believe, only $100. And that is for the whole entire time you are at Eastern Kentucky University. We also have something that's free to students in case you don't bring your car to campus and you need to get from one side to the other. You get to use the Big E Transit, and there's actually an app that you can look at it and you can see the route and where they are, and it's live and everything. It's really cool. And they also take students out to the groceries on weekends. They'll take you to Myers, they'll take you to Walmart or Kroger, stuff like that in those shopping centers. And they actually give you a set amount of time that you can go and get your groceries and bring them back to your dorm if you don't have a vehicle on campus. Like I already mentioned a little bit, scholarships have been extended to April 1st. We do have merit-based scholarships, Diversity Foundation, Study Strong, Trailblazer, any of the others. Actually, the deadline was for March 15th, unfortunately. So those are just ended. But we do offer that Book Smart program and merit-based scholarships. And then that is all for Eastern Kentucky University. The one thing I will mention is that our tuition rate, which I forgot that is not in this PowerPoint, our out-of-state tuition rate is actually only $10,300 for the whole entire academic year. So it's an amazing price for anybody out of state. And we actually have a few counties in Illinois where you get in-state tuition and you also get in-state merit-based scholarships. So if you go on our website and you look at that, it's actually a really great opportunity. I can't think of all the counties off the top of my head, but we do that for Illinois. We have a few counties there that we do offer that option. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me, and thank you for your time.
Thanks, Jimmy. Appreciate that. Next up, we have the University of Memphis.
Right. Well, good evening, everyone. I'm excited to tell you more about the University of Memphis. So one thing that sets our university apart is its location. It's in Memphis, Tennessee. And I think students really find that there's so many great options for entertainment, live music, sporting events, delicious food. And I'm born and raised in Illinois too. It's warmer there. It's really nice. Memphis is home to several world-renowned Fortune 500 companies. You've heard of them: FedEx, AutoZone, several others. St. Jude's Research Hospital is located here in Memphis, and we're one of the larger biomedical hubs in the United States. This all means great internships for our students. Next, campus is only 5 miles from downtown, so it is convenient to just about anything and everything a student would want. On campus, we have 350 different student organizations. So Greek Life, your Divine Nine, which is your traditionally African-American Greek organizations, art, theater, music, culture clubs, religious clubs, LGBTQ programming, study abroad with 60 different countries, and there's at least one club to go with each of our 250 majors. So there's truly something for everybody. For those of you who love sports, which I do too, we have Division I athletics. Your student ID card gets you into all the athletic events, and our team is playing this Saturday, March Madness. Next, I want to tell you about housing and dining. So we don't actually require our students to live on campus, even as freshmen, but I definitely think you should consider it. There's some great advantages. There's 8 residence halls that you can choose from. You can have a car on campus, even as a freshman. Many of the parking spots are free, and some of the others, it's only $40. Tons of delicious food on and off campus. We even have local Memphis food trucks that come in on certain days to share their cuisine with the students. So we have 250 majors for bachelor's degrees, 54 master's, 26 doctoral degrees, and it's totally okay to be undecided. You don't have to know what you want to major in when you apply. I'm going to brag about 3 programs really quickly. Number 1, nursing. Nursing programs nationally ranked, state-of-the-art facilities. We have agreements with 300 different clinical affiliations. Next, engineering. Engineering has 6 programs, so many great research opportunities and paid internships. And then, yes, of course, in Memphis, we have music and theater and business and education. So much to choose from. Definitely check out our website when you get a chance, and you can browse those majors. Actually, I have a second campus. It's located in Jackson, Tennessee. So if you're someone who's looking more for that small, private, liberal arts feel, this campus is only 1,000 students. The faculty to student ratio is 12 to 1, or student to faculty, 12 to 1. But yet you can still come to Memphis, which is only an hour and a half away, for big football games and big concerts and the basketball events. So check it out. Next, I like to call these my fast facts. When students ask me how many students attend, a little over 22,000. That's our total enrollment. On an average year, we have around 2,700 students. We have a very diverse student body. So over half of our students come from diverse ethnic backgrounds. And then a lot of our students are first generation, about a third. And then also our 81% retention rate. This is important. This is my favorite one. It means our students can afford to come back, their grades are good enough to come back, and they want to come back. So it's a very good retention rate. Next, the admission process. It's very easy. You go to our website, you complete that application. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes. There's no essay. We do give you a comprehensive review, which essentially means I'm going to look pretty carefully at your high school transcript. If you took an ACT or SAT, send them to us. If you did not, we have been test flexible for this academic year. Next year, I don't know yet. We haven't shared the official announcement. So if you are looking at us, definitely keep up with our updates to find out for sure. And then we do waive the application fee if you qualify. So Honors College, if you have at least a 24 ACT and a cumulative GPA of a 3.25 or higher, you can apply to our Honors College. It is the largest honors college in the state of Tennessee. A lot of great perks that go with it. All right, here's my price, my affordability. It's a great value for a Division I school in a city with all this to offer. Tuition and fees for 1 whole year is right around $13,000. If you chose my most expensive meal plan and my most expensive room, it's going to come out right around $10,000 a year. So the total cost is around $23,000. That's just my sticker price. I'm not saying that's what anybody would pay, because we're going to do our best to give you scholarships, grants, financial aid, scholarships based on your major. There's a lot of different things that we'll do if you apply to try to make it affordable. All right, next, if you want to visit us, we are giving tours every day, Monday through Friday, twice a day, and they're given by current students. We do keep them nice and small, to about 10, just to keep everybody safe. So if you're interested, schedule a tour. We'd be happy to have you. I am your admissions counselor. If you plan on coming, let me know. I'll send you my top 20 list of things to do, see, eat, stay, all that stuff in Memphis. And then also, if you would like to take our virtual tour, go ahead. It's a great way to check out our campus. Connect with us in whatever manner you want, whatever you're comfortable with, because I do want to keep you updated on the latest and greatest that we have to offer. And as I mentioned, I'm your admissions counselor, so reach out to me at any time. If you get a chance, you want to scan the screen, you can fill out a brief little information form that'll let me know what you're interested in, your major, your sports, your clubs, and we'll send you more about it. All right, go Tigers. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, Jamie. Appreciate that. Again, students and attendees, feel free to ask questions at any time through the Q&A box at the bottom of the screen. Next up, we have Auburn University.
All right, War Eagle. My name is Clayton Short, and I am your admissions advisor for Auburn University. So we were founded in 1856, and we are the land grant institution in our state. Our name has changed over time, but our mission has remained the same. We believe in working hard, pushing forward, and doing good for others. We are one of the top public universities in the nation, and we are named that again and again, as well as known as the best value in our state, as well as the absolute best in our state. So we are the #1 institution in the state of Alabama. So we are located in the southeast region in Auburn, Alabama. You can see what we're close to, about 3 hours from the Gulf Coast beaches, 3 hours from the mountains in North Georgia, Tennessee, an hour and a half from Atlanta. But in Auburn, Alabama, it's a college town. The big thing in our on our university and in the area is our students and our campus. The total population of the community is about 60,000 people. So you're at a large university with a small town feel. You can get from one side of campus to the other in about 15 minutes or less, but again, you're still at a large university where you're going to meet new people, but still see some people you already know as you're walking across campus as well. We have about 30,000 students in total enrollment, about 25,000 in our undergraduate population. Now our freshman class typically falls around 4,800 students, give or take. Again, being the land grant institution, we do typically keep our in-state to out-of-state ratio 60% Alabama residents, 40% out-of-state students. But we do cover all 50 states, and over 100 countries are represented on campus. So geographically, we have students coming from all over, but all calling Auburn home. We do have over 150 majors in our 12 colleges and schools. You can see a list of all of our majors at auburn.edu/majors. We're well known for STEM, so the College of Science and Mathematics, pre-med programs. We have the #1 engineering program in the state of Alabama, and it's top 35 in the country. Some cool people who have come out of there: Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple. We've had 6 NASA astronauts, 3 Kennedy Space Center directors. We have the #1 architecture program in our state. It's been in the top 20 in the country for the past 13 years in a row. The #1 business program. Conveniently, we are actually ranked in every field of study. So no matter what you guys want to do, you can't go wrong. If you don't know what you want to do, that's fine. I changed my major 4 times while I was at Auburn. I tried them all out for y'all. They're great. But if you don't know what you want to do, we have a program that's really wonderful where you can start as an undecided explore more student, and where you take an intro class and hear about our different majors. You'll take interest quizzes, personality tests to kind of give you a better idea of what you may want to do before you actually have to pick something. With those academics, again, with the large university, small town feel, we do have surprisingly small class sizes and deep personal attention for all of our students. 80% of our classes have 40 or fewer students. We have a 20-to-1 student to faculty ratio. So again, your professors are going to know you. They're going to know what you're struggling with, call you out for skipping class, but you're still you know, at a large university where you can storm a football field with 87,451 of your closest friends, which is awesome. So off the academic side, another important part of the college experience is, you know, involvement, getting traditions, being a part of a bigger community. And part of that, again, is through those traditions. So of course, game days, rolling tumors, corner. So after an Auburn victory, we actually roll these trees, whether we win football, basketball, baseball, equestrian meets, gymnastics meets. If we win, we take toilet paper and we roll the trees. Hanging out on Sanford Lawn under our most iconic building, under the clock tower. It actually chimes our fight song at noon. Tiger Nights, we have over 550 student-ran organizations on campus. This is one of our organizations. So anything from leadership opportunities to Greek life to cultural organizations, religious organizations. We even have something called the Pizza Club where you can travel around and try pizza together. Our oldest tradition, Hey Day, where we all slap name tags on and say hey to each other across campus, to the pregame Eagle flight before an Auburn kickoff, the marching band, spirit squads, the famous Tiger Walk. So for us, football is more than about the sport itself. Our traditions are a huge part of that on game day. So all of this is probably why we were ranked #1 on Princeton's Review's colleges with the happiest students for 2020. And we've actually been in the top 20 on this list for the past 5 years in a row. So if you guys want to be one of the happiest students in the country, here is what you need to know in regards to the application process. So this year, for our fall of 2021 applicants, this is what you needed to apply. The first was the online application. You can find our application on our website, or we are on the Common App. It typically comes with some short answer response questions. Sometimes it's an essay. This year it was 4 short answer responses. The second thing, we need your high school transcript. And then third thing this year was one of the following supplemental documents. So we were test flexible with our students. So they got to pick which one of these they wanted to complete their application file. So for my fall 2022 applicants, so for my juniors, your information and updates will come in the coming months once we have a solidified application process for you guys. For my seniors who have already applied, the only other thing on your calendar right now should be May 1st, National College Decision Day. So all admissions decisions have been released, scholarships have been released. So May 1st is the last date that should be on your calendar. But we are hosting tours on campus right now, so you can go to auburn.edu/visit. We do every weekday, 4 times a day. And then I'm your admissions advisor. I'm so happy to set up a Zoom meeting with you guys, answer any questions that you have. So this is my email. Hope you all have a good rest of your night, and War Eagle.
Thanks, Clayton. And finally, for this session, we have North Carolina State University.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Naisha Williams. I'm an admissions counselor with NC State. NC State is located in North Carolina, in Raleigh, which is the capital of the state. So we are all the way on the East Coast. We are a large university. We are actually the largest public institution in the state. We have about 36,000 students overall, and about 25,000 of them are undergraduate students. So we have students coming from different walks of life, different backgrounds, different interests that make up our student body. We're known for STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, but we do have a lot of strong humanities programs as well. Psychology, very popular program, our business programs. We also have the Wilson College of Textiles, which is a pretty big deal because it's one of the only few textile colleges in the entire nation. And so there is a lot that is offered here at NC State. We're also rated the #7 best value for out-of-state students because we understand that paying for school, the cost for school is important. And so that is a factor when it comes to selecting the school you want to be a part of. Now, NC State, like I said, is a very rich, diverse area, not just with students, but also with the resources that are offered. So part of our campus is actually shared with over 70 different types of industry, government agencies, IT companies, nonprofit tech companies. And so students are able to get hands-on experience in the different areas. We're also a research intensive university, so students can also gain research experience with the different companies and industries as well. A lot of the companies that are on our campus, the Centennial part of our campus, we call them Centennial Partners, they actually hire over 300 of our students when they graduate. So there's a great way to get that hands-on internship experience while you're a student and be able to land that job that you really want after you graduate as well. Now, NC State is located, like I said, in Raleigh. It's actually part of the Research Triangle Park area. The Research Triangle Park is an expansive research park home to hundreds of different companies that are doing research, that are working on innovative technology and different types of just innovation in general. The area itself is known or also called a mini Silicon Valley. And so there are a lot of opportunities if you're interested in pursuing any type of STEM program, or just if you're interested in being an innovator and thinking outside of the box, being here at NC State. Now, we do have over our students actually are able to get involved, like I mentioned, with the different companies that are on campus, but then they also are able to get involved in research. We are a research intensive university, so students can get involved in research and also create businesses from their research. So we are ranked number 10 in entrepreneurship because we want to make sure every student, no matter what major you're in, you're able to create your own business from the research that you were able to be involved in. Now, we want students to be involved and get acclimated with campus since we are a larger university, but even though we're large, we make sure students still have that smaller community feel. We have over 700 student organizations for students to get involved in. We have over 200 different study abroad programs. We have resources on campus to help students get connected, transition, and just thrive on campus. Students can use our Career Development Center, our Counseling Center. We also have a massively large recreation center that's made up of 3 different buildings that come together to make one huge recreational center that has 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools, rock walls, gyms, racquetball courts, even indoor tracks as well. So we want to make sure that students have exactly what they need to thrive, not just exist, but to do really well here on campus. We also have living learning villages, which is a living learning community where students can live on campus and with other students in their same major or even in their same interest as well. Now, students are required to live on campus their first year. It is a live-on requirement, and you can have your vehicle on campus as well. And you just get a parking pass in order to do that. Very easy. You really don't need a car on campus though, because everything that you need is pretty much located either on campus or walking distance around campus, whether it's supermarket, Target, restaurants, cafes, coffee shops, everything you need is centrally located right around campus and even some on campus as well. Now, here at NC State, we do have over 100 majors to choose from, so you have a lot of options. When you apply, we're unique in that in your application, you have to select a major in your application itself. We review you for that major, and if you're admitted, you're actually admitted into that major. We do have some first-year programs, so specifically with the College of Engineering and our College of Sciences, which is home to our Life Sciences program. If a student selects a major within any of those programs, you actually are part of that first year experience where you get the chance to learn about all the different types of majors that are within that field. We have 19 different types of engineering programs here at NC State, and our engineering program is top 30 in the nation. So there's a lot of ways that students can come and learn. And then if you're not quite sure what you want to major in, that's okay, because we do have exploratory studies, which is a major for undecided students to get a chance to, you spend that first year learning about all the programs we have here at NC State while you're taking those fundamental courses. You get a chance to work with your academic advisor intensely to learn more about your strengths and weaknesses and to kind of figure out where you best thrive. Now, for NC State, here on the screen are some of our deadlines. Early action is non-binding. I just want to mention that. So if you apply early action, you don't have to commit to coming to NC State. We do have a holistic review process, so we're not just looking at one thing. We actually consider many factors in our review process. And so we want to see your essays, we want to see your grades, we want to see that you're challenging yourself in the classroom. When it comes to the testing, we are test optional for 2021, but we're still making a decision for future years. So my juniors, just make sure that you're checking our website to see for any updates when it comes to that. Now you can connect with us if you want to find out more information about NC State. You can connect with us on Facebook, social media, all that, and I'll go ahead and type in my contact in the chat. And I know that I am running out of time, so I'm going to go ahead and leave it there, but please go ahead and ask some questions for us in the Q&A.
Thanks so much, Naisha. So I want to, we've got a few minutes left here, attendees, and so I want to invite all the panelists back on camera here, and I thought we would wrap up by asking them a question. And so before the session started, I asked them to give us their favorite event or tradition on campus. And so we'll go in order of presentation. So UTMartin is up to bat. Favorite tradition or event on campus?
Yes, that is definitely an easy one. So we have rodeo and equestrian competitively in our university. And so every year they put on a massive rodeo. And so it is one of the coolest things, and it's one of the biggest events on campus, and they're actually having it. They weren't able to have it last year, but they're having it this year, and tickets are expected to go fast. So if you are wanting to head out to Martin, I would suggest do it during the rodeo time, because it's a good time.
Very fun. Devin, what about SCAD?
So at SCAD, we have a lot of signature events throughout the year. We're actually coming up on our Gaming Fest, and we just finished up our Atlanta Television Fest. We also have Sidewalk Arts, Sand Arts, a film festival, animation festival. But what I think is my favorite one is called Out to Launch. It is actually a reverse career fair. So our students actually set up their own booths and then have their work pretty much surrounding them. And then we invite employers from literally all over the world. We had over 600 employers on campus, like just not last year because nobody was technically on campus, but usually we do. And they actually just walk around and can visually basically see your resume and kind of recruit students right from there.
Very nice. What about Eastern Kentucky?
So I actually was a student there, so I can speak from experience. So my favorite was probably called Wreck the Ravine. We have this place, everybody knows it as the Ravine, and it's basically just like an outdoor kind of hangout place. And then when we do Wreck the Ravine, we start off with just kind of free food and all kinds of free things. We have games, raffles, all of these awesome things. And then we end it with watching a movie, and it's actually picked throughout school. We all have a survey and they get to choose what movie they want to see. So it's really fun, and it brings a lot of people together, and it's really fun and awesome.
Very nice. And then Jamie, what about University of Memphis?
Sure. So home football games are a big deal, and our mascot is the tiger. And so we call it the Tiger Walk, but essentially it is a human tunnel that leads into our Liberty Bowl, and it's all made of fans and students. And so the football players walk through it, and it really pumps them up before a game. And it's just really fun to be there and encourage them.
Very fun. Clayton, Auburn University?
Yeah, so probably people get very confused by our mascot and then our battle cry. So we are the Auburn Tigers. So Aubie's our mascot, but we have a battle cry that is War Eagle. And so people think we're an eagle, but we are not. Kind of where that comes from, we're known as the oldest rivalry in the South with the University of Georgia. And during that first game against Georgia, it was tied 0-0 in the fourth quarter, and the eagle actually flew over the stadium and landed on the 50-yard line, and we ended up winning right after that. So that is how we have the battle cry, War Eagle. And my favorite tradition is when, like I mentioned, the eagle is released from the top of the stadium, flies over you and lands on the 50-yard line. They're rescued eagles, and we're known for our vet program. And so we actually have our students take care in our full Birds of Prey Raptor Center on campus. So you didn't know you wanted a live eagle flying over your head until it happens to you.
There you go. There you go. And Naisha, wrap us up with NC State.
Yeah. So we have a lot of traditions at NC State, but one of my favorite ones is the Krispy Kreme Challenge. So for the Krispy Kreme Challenge, we have one of the oldest Krispy Kreme buildings here in Raleigh. And so our students will start out at our bell tower. They have to get into teams, and it's our students, faculty. We even have students that come from other universities in the area too. So from UNC Chapel Hill and at Duke, that'll come and be in the Krispy Kreme Challenge. So each person gets into groups. Then you're supposed to eat a dozen Krispy Kreme donuts and then run a 5K. And it's a great event. It's awesome to watch, and you're basically just raising money for the UNC Children's Hospital that we have here in the state to help those kids out. And so just raising funds for them. But it's a great event, and there are hundreds of people that sign up every single year. So it's just awesome to be out there and to see that.
Now, I have a question. Can you just eat the Krispy Kremes and not run the 5K?
There are people who do that too. They'll eat and they'll stand and kind of cheer on and then just do the little walk of shame back.
Into that. I'll be a part of the walk of shame there. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Certainly a special thank you to all of our panelists for giving us their time tonight. We do ask you to fill out the survey as we wrap up here, and obviously feel free to sign up for additional sessions. Even this evening as well as tomorrow through IACAC and the same link you used for this session. On behalf of StriveScan, again, my name is Jeff. Have a great night, everybody. Take care. Stay safe. Bye-bye.